Yo, what up everybody, this is What back with a new video here for Grand Theft Auto 5 Online after patch 1.37. For today's video, I have a few working wall breaches after the latest patch. Now, let me go ahead and start off by saying I would not recommend using wall breaches in public lobbies. There is always a possibility that if you are using these to your advantage, that people may try to report you for using breaks in the in-game mechanics. So please do use caution and be careful when using any type of wall breach. All that being said, let's get into today's video. So we're going to start off here, wall breach number 1, leaving from the Maze Bank CEO building, and we're just going to head down the ramp and to the right here. And as we get up over the highway, there is a break in the wall, and we're just going to go ahead and jump down onto the highway, and we're going to go to the right side of the road. And you will notice there's actually a hole in the wall here. So you're going to see this sign, Vinewood Downtown Next Right. Go ahead and look to the right. There's a hole in the wall. And we're just going to go ahead and hop down to the lower level here. And off to the right hand side, there is a little pathway that leads into a wall. So just go ahead and take this path here. And we're just going to drive into the wall slowly. This only works for the car. Tested with a motorcycle, and it in fact does not work with a motorcycle, so you must use a car. But as you can see, we can drive straight through the wall. Once you're inside the wall like so, just go ahead and exit out of the vehicle and just step over the side. Now the free fall takes about 10 seconds, so I did speed up this portion of the video, but eventually you will land in this underground garage. It's a pretty large area. You cannot shoot players or anything like that, or any NPCs walking around outside of the map, because you are pretty far below the ground. Like I said, it's like a 10-second free fall, but it's kind of a cool little area where you control your friends when playing with friends, or you could have a bunch of your friends down here and you can just kind of mess around. If you're on the other side of this wall, as you notice I walked through the wall, your friends cannot see you unless they pass through the wall as well. And there's another wall on the opposite side of this underground garage where you can kind of do the same thing. So let's go on to the next wall breach. Alright, so now the next wall breach, we're over here at, let's see, what's this place called? Pipe Down, which is like a cigar place. I'll go ahead and show you the location here on the map so you can kind of get a better idea of exactly where I am. I'm sure most of you kind of noticed on the mini-map the location and where we are. But as you can see, just head over to this area of the map where I am now. And there's going to be kind of like an open space right here to the left next to the cigar place. And you're going to need a bicycle to do this wall breach. So basically just ride into this little space. You're going to fall off the bike. And really all you're going to need to do is make sure that bike gets knocked back onto its wheels. And you're just going to teleport onto that bicycle. Once you're on the bike, just go ahead and pedal slowly through the wall. Make sure you don't go too fast, because if you fall into that open void, I'll go and show you with a sticky bomb that it is in fact a open void and you will fall and parachute back to the street. So just be careful and be aware of that. Now you can't actually shoot rockets or anything out. You can't shoot bullets or anything like that out of this particular wall breach. But it's another fun place to troll friends and that sort of thing. I will show you though that pretty much any wall breach where you cannot shoot out with a regular weapon or rocket, you can switch to a marksman rifle. And if you're just using the R2 trigger, the fire button basically, and you're not aiming down sight, you can in fact shoot through the wall breach if you're standing next to the wall. That's the only type of gun that you can do this with. But let's go on to the next wall breach. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to be kind of by the Los Santos Customs down to the south, or just north of that. Kind of, I think we're on Popular Street, so a little ways north from Unit 2. And you're going to see that there is this, I believe it's a blue tarp here, with this little mound underneath it. But we're going to head over to this spot. Most people know this location. And we're just going to head up the ladder here. And once you get up the ladder, you're actually going to cross over to the opposite building. And once we're over here, basically all you're going to need to do is jump from the top here into the wall. So you see where I'm shooting here, you're basically going to run and jump and hit the wall and fall down. So here we go. Just going to run, jump, hit the wall, and fall down. And you will be pushed inside of the building. Now once you're inside, you can shoot rockets and bullets and pretty much anything out of this particular wall breach. This one's actually quite fun to be in. Just be careful that any of the air conditioning units, any of the stuff that you can in fact see that is rendered in, you can hit those objects. So be careful when firing rockets at helicopters and stuff like that, because you can in fact blow yourself up. So please be aware of that. But as you can see, you can shoot out both sides here very easily. It is kind of a fun spot. Just kind of hang out. Once again, do not shoot these particular objects like this with a rocket, because you will blow yourself up. And to get out of this wall breach, all you do is you just basically walk out, as you can see, like so. Alright, so now let's move on to the next wall breach. This one's actually really easy. We're going to start off at the Los Santos del Perro Pier, and we're just going to head on up the street here to the Long Bank building. So we'll head up the road. You'll see the sign here on the right side for Long Bank. Just go ahead and head up this little grass strip here through the bushes, and you'll see that there's these yellow like poles and stuff on the left side. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you the area on the wall where you're just going to walk through. You can take a motorcycle or some small vehicle, so pretty much any motorcycle, Faggio scooter, that sort of thing. But if you walk slowly into the wall and you move to your right side here, you will actually be on this elevated portion of this wall breach. Now this particular area, you can shoot your guns and shoot rockets and stuff like that out of this area, as you can see here. But this isn't such a bad area, and there is another portion of this particular wall breach that you can access, and I'll go and show you now, where if you walk over to the side and step over into the gray void, instead of falling through the map, you will in fact end up in another different underground garage. Now I know there are some areas where I believe you will fall through the map, so be careful with that. But if you start off over here where you enter the wall breach, you will in fact fall into this area. It looks like an open void, but if you go into first person, it will in fact be another underground garage, as you can see here. Now usually there are cars down here, sometimes there are not. Now this particular door you cannot shoot through. There is another door that's in the lower level, well, I will show you here in just a second, that you can in fact shoot through. So do keep that in mind. You cannot fire rockets or anything like that outside of the doors, but there is a small doorway which you can in fact fire rockets and throw grenades, stuff like that through. So as you can see, you can't shoot through this particular garage, as I'm trying to shoot the cops and the bolts are just bouncing off. So we're going to go back into first person, and I'll go and show you that in fact sometimes there are cars that are down here. Now if you want the garage to render in when you're in third person, first thing is go into first person like I am now. You're going to step into any vehicle that's down here, and once you start the engine, all you're going to do is basically switch back to third person. And when you switch back to third person, the garage will in fact stay rendered in, just like so. And so you don't actually have to stay in first person when you're in this wall breach. Pretty simple. Now as you see here, it looks like these two doors are actually open, but in fact on the opposite side they are garage doors, just like the upper level. So do keep that in mind. But you can fire through the open void areas with guns, but not with rockets, as you can see here. But if you shoot through this white door, you can fire rockets and grenades and throw sticky bombs, proximity mines, stuff like that. And that's also how you exit out of this particular wall breach. Alright, now for the last wall breach of the video. We're over here at this gas station, which is normally not an accessible area, And here's the area on the map here. Basically, you just want to go to the Ponsonby's clothing store, number 3, and we're just below that, as you can see at this location here on the map, at the gas station. And so just go ahead and drive into the gas station and just back up any vehicle to the door here. I suggest a vehicle that's not too tall. And we're just going to hop on the back of it, and this left corner of the doorway, you're basically just going to just jump up into the building and then just drop back down inside, and you're now in the wall breach. Pretty simple. Now most of this particular building you can in fact shoot out. As you can see right here in this front wall, you can't, or windows rather, you can't actually shoot out of this area. But if you pass through the right or left sides, you can in fact shoot through the windows and through the majority of the building to the left and right, and I believe the back side of the building as well. As you can see, my bullets are hitting the ground outside. I'll go and show you that if you fire rockets and stuff like that, you can in fact shoot out of the building. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As you can see here, there's some areas that you can shoot out, any of the doors and stuff you can't shoot out. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Something a little bit different. I don't normally post these types of glitches, but if this is something that you guys could have fun with, hey, I'm all about fun. It is a video game, so hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for stopping by my channel once again, and we hope to see you all next time. Have a great day.